What are you guys doing?
We're all gonna die.
Know what they say about the crazy ones?
Huh? What was that? I should kill everyone and escape? Sorry. It's the voices.
The hell's wrong with you people?
We're bad guys. It's what we do. Hope you got insurance.
What's up, guys? It's Benny. Remember that one time when serial killer Hillary Clinton ran for president and she was going to win in a 50-state landslide against Donald Trump? All the polls told me so, and all the fancy people on TV said it was going to happen. She was so sure of her victory that she decided to bark like a dog on the campaign trail.
Oh, you know, the Great Recession was caused by too much regulation. Arf, 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 you know?
And speaking of dogs, all the boomer libtards behind her decided to clap like lobotomized seals. Yeah, it's some old postmenopausal lady barking like a dog. This is great. This is what I vote. This is what I'm voting for, right? Okay. Well, Hillary Clinton didn't win. And she's never been able to get over it. And now the truth about Hillary Clinton may well come out. And not just in the Epstein files, which I'm pretty sure we'll just never see ever, mainly maybe because they say so much about Hillary Clinton, but also the people who are closest to Hillary Clinton breaking it down and speaking the truth. And speaking of breaking down, why don't we check in on what does Hillary Clinton look like today? Here's what she looked like on the campaign trail just a couple of years ago.
Today, I am
Oh
proud
my
to announce
God!
that the Clinton Global Initiative, started by my husband, will work closely with SEWA and with our partners, the American India
This is real.
Foundation,
This has not been
the
AI
Adrian
enhanced.
Arch Rockefeller
Not
Foundation
the most powerful
Resilience
AIs in the
Center.
world. Couldn't fix that. Hillary Clinton is slowly but certainly transitioning into George Soros. It's amazing. Just eventually become what you are, isn't it? Just so. Anyway, Hillary Clinton is a horrible, wretched, twisted, wicked, very evil person. You know this. She actually wants you to spend this Memorial Day weekend complaining about Donald Trump to your family and ruining your barbecues. I'm giving you a mission this Memorial Day holiday weekend. I want you to talk about to people, friends, neighbors, cookout attendees, about why Trump's proposed budget would be a disaster for American kids. We owe the next generation every chance, and this isn't it. Okay. So make sure that you spend your Memorial Day. You'd think you'd be doing something else on Memorial Day, right? Like you were Secretary of State, you were First Lady. Like, don't you have a Memorial Day message to service members who gave their lives on Memorial? Like, wouldn't that? No, your message on Memorial Day is you hate Trump. Okay, and everyone needs to go ruin the barbecues. Got it. This is the kind of behavior that is causing members of Hillary Clinton's former staff to snap and to like go scorched earth on her. Get a load of this. Ex-White House staffer reveals Hillary Clinton's appalling secrets and blames her for Schindler's List atmosphere. Former Clinton administration staffer claimed Hillary Clinton was so detested during her husband's time at the White House that she was known as a Nazi who made aides run in fear. Buzz Patterson, former Air Force aide to Bill Clinton, who carried the nuclear football wherever the president went, took to X to reveal intimate details of the former first couple. He said he primarily lived in the White House and was always in close proximity to both Bill and Hill, which made him quick to learn the mood of the day, dependent solely on the presence or absence of Hillary. We used to say that when Hillary was gone, it was a frat party, and then when she was home, it was Schindler's List. He wrote in a scathing X post that received over 5 million views. Patterson served as Clinton's senior military aide from 96 to 98, a role he saw carry presidential emergency satchel that allows the president to launch a nuclear strike anywhere in the world. He said in his X post that the day-to-day work of the Clintons varied dramatically based on Hillary's whims, and he scathingly described her as evil, vindictive, profane, and a B. Among the military who are served in the White House, professional White House staff and Clinton administration, infamously known for its lack of professionalism and courtesy, though few ever spoke about it. But when it came to rudeness, it was Hillary Clinton who was the most feared person in the administration, as she set the tone. Okay, why don't we head on over to this post from Buzz Patterson, and we're going to get through it, and we're going to go line by line, and we're going to mix in the reporting that we know is factual about what else we know about Hillary Clinton. It's very, very interesting, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, here we go. Poor Bill. Poor Bill. All of the crimes that he's guilty of, he is currently serving a life sentence with Hillary Clinton, and that is the single worst punishment that any man could ever imagine. Here we go. Hillary Clinton. As soon as you know, as many of you know, I was the Air Force military aide to Bill Clinton. I lived in the White House. I traveled everywhere. They traveled and carried the nuclear football. I was always in close proximity to Bill and Hill. Among the military who served in the White House and the professional White House staff, the Clinton administration was infamously known for its lack of professionalism and courtesy. Few ever spoke about it, but it came to rudeness. It was Hillary Clinton who was the most feared person in the administration. She set the tone from the very first day on the assignment. When I first arrived at the White House, my predecessor warned me, "You can get away with pissing off Bill, but if you make her mad, she'll rip your heart out." I needed those words and heeded those words. I did make him mad a few times, but I never really pissed her off. I knew the ramifications. I learned very quickly that the administration's day-to-day character, whether inside or outside of DC, depended solely on the presence or absence of Hillary. Her reputation preceded her. We used to say that Hillary was gone, it was a frat party, and when she was home, it was Schindler's List. In my first few days on the job, and I remember I essentially lived there, I realized that there were different rules for Hillary. She instructed the senior staff, including me, that she didn't want to be forced to encounter us. We were instructed that whenever Miss Clinton is moving throughout the halls, be as inconspicuous as possible. She didn't want to see staff and be forced to interact with anyone, no matter their position in the building. And many a time, I'd see mature professional adults working in the most important building in the world, scurrying into offices and doorways to escape Hillary's line of sight. I'd hear whispering, "She's coming, she's coming." I could be walking down the West Wing hallway midday, busier than hell, people doing the administration's work, whether it's in the press office, medical unit, wherever. She'd walk in and they'd scatter. She was like a Nazi school marm. The rest of us were expected to hide, as though we were kids in trouble. I wasn't a kid. I was a professional officer and a pilot. I'm not doing that. There was also a period of time where she attempted to ban military uniforms in the White House. It was the re-election year, 1996, and she was trying to craft the narrative that the military was not a priority in the Clinton administration. As a military aide carrying the football and working closely with the Secret Service, I objected to that. It simply wasn't a matter of her political agenda, national security. If the balloon went up, the Secret Service would need to find me quickly as possible. Seconds matter. Finding an aide in the military uniform made complete sense. Besides, what commander-in-chief wouldn't want to advertise his leadership and command? She finally relented because the Secret Service weighed in. The Clintons are corrupt beyond words. Hillary is evil, vindictive, profane. Hillary is a biatch. Yikes. All right. What else do we know about Hillary Clinton? Well, let's go ahead and look what's been written. Hillary Clinton, bane of the Secret Service. Her temperament is perfectly unsuited for the presidency. "Good morning, ma'am," a member of the uniformed Secret Service once greeted Hillary Clinton. "F off," she replied. Oh, good. Great. And the exchange is one of many archived by Secret Service agents, shared by Ronald Kessler, author of First Family Detail, a compelling book and intrepid personnel that shielded America's presidents and whom they guard. Kessler writes flatteringly and critically about people in both parties. Regarding the Clintons, Kessler presents Chelsea as a model protectee who respected and appreciated her agents, describes Bill as a difficult chief executive, but an easygoing ex-president, and Kessler exposes Hillary as an explicitly abusive Arctic monster. When in public, Hillary smiles and acts graciously. As soon as the cameras are gone, her angry personality, nastiness, and imperiousness becomes evident. He adds, "Hillary Clinton can make Richard Nixon look like Mahatma Gandhi." Goodness gracious. Hillary was very rude to the agents. She didn't appear to like law enforcement or the military, the Secret Service agent said. She wouldn't go over and meet military personnel or police officers, as most protectees do. She's just really rude to most everybody. She just acted like she didn't want to be around, like you were beneath her. Hillary didn't like the military aides wearing their uniforms around the White House, one former agent remembers. She asked if they would wear business suits instead. The uniforms a sign of pride. They would wear their uniforms. The military was offended by it. Hillary would cuss at Secret Service drivers for going over bumps. Another former member of the details recalls Hillary never talked to us. Most members in the first family would talk to us and smile. She never did that. We spent years with her. She never said thank you. It goes on and on and on and on. So, they say when you have multiple different vectors of truth, incredible people, and those stories line up, well, ladies and gentlemen, all you have to do is look in Bill's eyes to know that they're true. They deserve each other. Ladies and gentlemen, if you never want Hillary Clinton to become president, please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. It's your boy, Patty. See ya.